What it do? It's your boy Harper, Costa Rica. We here. What's up? What it do? What it do? Let's wait for somebody, some of the guys to join. What up? What up? And somebody came, liked the video, and left. Like, what the hell? That's what's up. Yo, my boy Mac Dog in the building. Was good, brother? What is good? Talk to me. What's good? My man, my dog in the building. What is good, bro? I know you going away soon, brother. I hear you going away soon. Man, that shit is exciting as hell. Yo, my dog. Malcolm, I was just doing some research because I've been to Medellin like 40 times, man. I'm exaggerating a little bit. I've been many times, but there's so many new things that just opened, bro. It's crazy. I was just doing some research, man. There's some nice restaurants that I was looking into that looking tight, man. I can't wait to go there. And some clubs too. I was also talking to my boy from Medi. He lives out there. And he was telling me how people are not super happy with like tourists because it's getting too crazy with tourists, man. And the prices are going up. Like the gentrification is just insane. They were saying how he always says to me, like, yo, this club is good, but I don't know if I could go there because it's too expensive. For you, it's cheap, but for me, it's not. And every time I'm saying, like, let's go somewhere, he always says the same thing. Oh, yeah, we could go to the restaurant, but it's super expensive, it's super pricey. For you, it's probably going to be good, but for me, it's not. And I've noticed that he's been saying that more and more lately. And then this time I call him this weekend. I'm like, dude, you ready for me? I'm coming through. Make sure you take your days off when I'm there and everything. And then he said, yeah, yeah, man. And then I told him, like, look, I was looking in TikTok and people are saying this and that. And he said, yeah, man, that's true. Medellin is not like it used to be. It's super pricey now. It's very expensive. Like if you go to Laureles or Poblado, it's super pricey. And those places that like tourists didn't go as much now is just bombarded with it. Like it's just crazy. And he was also saying that I was like, so what we're gonna do? He's like, yo, I know the places, where locals go, but I'm gonna take you there. I'm not even gonna tell you. I'm like, what, like that? Because I was telling him I saw these people promoting a club in Comuna 13, and I was like, dude, I don't even know if it's safe to go to Comuna 13 at night. And he was like, nah, man, those are the places that are getting better now because the other place, like El Poblado, Laureles, is just too packed with tourists. So it's not that we don't like tourists, it's that it's very pricey, it's super expensive, and we can't afford to go there anymore. So now we're expanding like outside to those places to actually so that we could actually so that they could have a good time and not having to break the bank. You know what I mean? So I'm going now. I think I'm going before you, Malcolm. So when I come back, I'll make sure that I let you know like the spots, like where to go. Unless you want to hit the tourist places first, because if it's your first time, you should go to Poblado and check it out and see what they're talking about. You should go to Laureles and check that out too. But I'm gonna get like all the hidden spots, all the hidden gems as well, so that you have that option when you're out there. But what's good, man? What's good with you? How's the planning going, Malcolm? What for the trip? Do you leave? I don't even know if you has. Talk to me, my brother. So yeah, man, that's what's up with Mary. Mary is getting too crazy. Like I don't know, bro. Like and the thing is, like they getting Mary's getting so freaking modern. Like it's just like whenever I look at like the restaurants and like the clubs and the freaking like things for you to socialize and meet people and stuff like that. It's just so much. It's just so many places. I don't even think you go to Medellin anymore for a week. You need like a month, bro. There's so much to do out there. Still gotta be careful because I mean, again, the word is out and they're just hunting for people, bro. They coming for you. So you need to be careful when you walking down the streets over there, man. I'm not able to see the comments. I don't know why, Malcolm. Like, what the hell? Why I'm not able to see the comments? Like this thing, there's always something wrong with this sucker YouTube, man. That's why I like to do my lives on IG because this thing, like, I'm not able to see the comments. What the hell? Okay, good. I see you now. I see you now. I see you now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see you now. What's good? What's good? Oh, I got my boy Damien here. Damien Wilson says, how expensive is CR? Bro, CR is super pricey. CR is pricey. CR is like going to Miami for real, or like going here in CR is just like going to Miami, especially the tourist areas. Like right now, I'm in San Jose. I'm gonna stay here for a couple of nights, and then I'm probably gonna hit. I don't think I'm gonna go to Jaco this time. Jaco is too much of P for P, bro. And I could take a little bit of P for P, but Jaco is this too freaking much, bro. You go to a regular restaurant and you talk to the freaking waitress, and she's like, "Hey, how much? How much you give me for this?" And I'm like, "What, dude? This is too much, bro. I am dealing with no freaking Jaco." So I might probably go to a couple other places. I'm talking to one of my boys that live out here, and he's actually trying to put something together because I told him I want to go to the other side of the country where the like all the black people and all the fun things happen. So I'm gonna hit that spot at least a weekend and then I'll go back to Panama because next week, not next week, in a couple of weeks I'm heading. No, next week I gotta go to Guatemala and DR. But I'm splitting the week, 3 days and 3 days, and then because I got stuff to do out there. My boy Mac, though, Mac Duck TV, man. Shout outs to you, my brother. Yeah, yo, this guy is a good guy, man. He says I'm gonna go to LA, better cruise, and then Richard TV. I don't know if he's still here. Said it's not expensive. Stop, dude. Oh, okay. But then again, you know what it is with places like it's subjective. If you got money like that to spend, it like good for you, bro. Come to Costa Rica. I'm not hating on Costa Rica, and I don't need to cap about it either. Like if you got the money, come through, come have fun. I think expensive. And when I compare it to other countries in Central America specifically, it is pricey. But if to you it's not, dude, good for you, my brother. Come and have fun. Tell me about it when you come too. Shit, like I care. Like you come and spend all your money. I don't even know you. And Russia TV, like your name says, I don't know what you're talking about, Medellin, bro, because I'm not. I don't even know what you're talking about when you say Medellin something. I don't know what you're talking about. Um, my man Daniel Wilson says, "Do you think Central America is becoming overpriced? I keep hearing that it's no longer worth it as an expat for that reason. It's not the whole Central America. Some countries are more expensive than the other. Because still, Guatemala is very affordable. Honduras is very affordable. El Salvador is very affordable. What else? Nicaragua is super affordable, like the cheapest of all, and you can still have a ball. And then what you call it? I think the two ones that you could find in kind of compare a little bit with like the states is Costa Rica and Panama. But then again, that's my opinion. Like people think different, and it's subjective. It depends on what you want to spend. Like for example, I went to lunch today and I spent $20 on my lunch, and it was just a regular lunch. I mean, if to you that's a lot, then it's expensive. If to you that's not much, then it's not. Like that's what it is. To me, the regular lunch, $20 for a regular lunch is like Miami prices because I could have lunch in Miami for $20. So I expect when I come to Central America countries to spend, something around then $10 or less for lunch because it shouldn't be that much. Because I mean that's how much I would spend for a good lunch in Guatemala or El Salvador, even less, or what you call it, Nicaragua, even less. But if you're gonna, and even Panama is a little bit cheaper than Costa Rica, and you could continue doing your research. You don't have to just listen to me. Like go ask some other people, just so that you get different opinions. In my opinion, I think it's a little pricey, and I'm doing good in life. Trust me, because YouTube doesn't pay me. I'm doing this out of love. So basically, um, like I said before, I think, in my opinion, is pricey, but it depends on you on how much you have to spend. Then again, also when you go on vacation, you know, all countries should be good because you're on vacation. Me, I don't travel for vacation. I travel for leisure and for work. So for me, it's different. Rashid said, "What do you call expensive?" I just said it. Rashid also said, "When have you been? When have you been? When have I been? Where?" I don't know what is the question that you're asking. Where? Where have you been? I've been everywhere, bro. But I don't know if you're trying to say when or where. Oh, Medellin. I've been there multiple times. I've been multiple times. Like last year alone, I went like 4 or 5 times because I have a lot of friends there that I know from before I started doing YouTube. I was going to Colombia way before I started doing YouTube. I used to go there and spend long periods of time as well, not just for a week or two. I used to go there and stay like 3 to 5 months at a time. So I know what I'm talking about. Not just Medellin. I've been to multiple country cities in Colombia as well. And again, like I mentioned, like I don't just talk to regular people. I got friends that live there, that were born there, and stuff like that. And I'm fluent in Spanish, so that also makes it easier for me to move around over there. I'm not talking about Medellin being overpriced. You're not listening, my friend, and I'm not trying to disrespect. I was talking about Costa Rica being a little bit pricey, and I'm talking about Central America. I said Central America is very fun. Out of the countries in Central America, I think Costa Rica and Panama are the most pricey are one, you know? So this is what I'm talking about, Central America. The conversation I was having with my dog about Medellin, so that you understand what I'm talking about, just to kind of give you an idea what I'm talking about. We were saying that we're going this month. He's going at the end of the month. I'm going mid July again. And I was just telling him that my friend that lives there was talking to me about gentrification. He was telling how it's getting pricier for them, not for us. For them, it's getting pricier. And he always tells me that whenever I invite him out, he always tells me, "Yo, I don't want to go to that club because it's too pricey." And then I say, "It's okay, you come with me." And he always tells me, "Oh, for you it's not, for you it's good, but for me it's not." And then he told me that the next time I go, he's gonna take me to the places where all the people from Medellin are going now. That's what he's telling me. I'm not telling you that I'm saying that because again, like I said before, Colombia is still one of the most affordable places in South America. So I'm just saying from their perspective, because there's two different things. If you live in the States, you're gonna see it one way, but the people that live there see it in a different way because they live there, bro. They have to deal with this situation. And if you look at Medellin, I don't know what was the last time you was there, but if you're there now, or if you've been there in the last couple of months, there's a lot of new business that are coming up. There's a lot of new restaurants and bars and things like that. And that's what he's referring to. Demi Wilson says, "Have you ever visited Asunción, Paraguay?" Nah, man, I haven't visited three countries in South America. Venezuela, I think I'm going another year, hopefully. Paraguay, I haven't done, and Bolivia. Bolivia, I think I'm going to take Bolivia out of the list for now, but I'm going to Paraguay as soon as possible. But Venezuela is first. I need to hit Venezuela. Austin Williams says, "Ray, do you use Tinder?" You know what? I'm not good with Tinder. But let me tell you about how I use Tinder. I use Tinder to measure the kind of women I'm gonna see in the country. So basically, I landed here in Costa Rica today, right? I go on Tinder and I see how the women are looking like. You know what I'm saying? And I do that mostly to the countries that I've never been to. Costa Rica, I've been so many times, bro. I don't need to. Like, I already know the type and I know where to find them. But like the first time I go to a country, I just look up, or sometimes I do pre-game like a week before I go there. Like I go on Tinder, like pay for a week or pay for a month, like just to do research and see how they're feeling me and stuff like that. Just for that, because the thing I don't trust it. Like I don't think I ever been out on a date with a person from Tinder, even though that I get like many likes. But I'm a hunter. I like to go to the places and do my thing, and I that's what I like. I'm not too much into dating apps. I like to go out and meet people in the wild and talk to them and see, do my thing, because I want to make sure, because I have a certain type of women that I like. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like surprises like when it comes to women. So I don't want to talk to someone thinking she's hot, and then when you get there, she's looking all ratchet and shit like that. Like I want to meet them out there. I want to see them. I want to pick and choose. And unfortunate for me, I get to choose wherever I go. Like not just in the, like also in the States. Like I get to choose wherever I go. I'm like, oh, this is the one I like. I don't like this one. So why not? I'm not dealing with that Tinder shit too much, man. I just use that for, to measure the waters. Demian Wilson says, "I keep seeing about the good value in relocating to Paraguay, but I'm curious to know how the three brothers out there. That's why I ask about Asuncion." I saw when I was in Argentina, I was there around the time that Holloman, I forgot his name, but another YouTuber was there too. And I saw some good things, bro. So it looked like it was good. I mean, I think before you move there, you should visit it for a minute first. Like go for a week or two, test it out, see how you feel, see if you like it. And then I would actually also look at other things, like, when it comes to like taxes and lifestyle, because you don't want to change your lifestyle that you already have. This is the reason why I live in Panama, because in Panama the lifestyle is very similar to the States, and it's also close enough to the States that if I need to go jump back to the state for whatever reason, family reason, I could do it super quick. So there's always flights back and forth. um, and a lot of people speak English. There's people from everywhere. Like, I've been in Panama for like a little bit over a year now, and I've never been out, or only been out with one Panamanian chick. Like, everywhere I have met, I've been out with girls from Costa Rica, from Venezuela, a lot, from Colombia. But most of the girls that I met from Colombia, I'm not even gonna lie, they're doing something else. But I have been out with girls from Colombia as well. But Panama, I only been out with one, even though I have many friends from Panama. They just don't go out a lot for some reason. All right, MLB was good. What do we never seen woman on your channel, like Barber World TV, like late at night tourist videos, etc., live streaming with girls. Man, I have never done that because I feel like that's just putting yourself in a situation. Like, I show girls in my videos. Like, if you see my Brazil videos, like, I have a girl there that I'm doing an interview, and we was talking, and then I have another girl that was trying to, like, I have a couple of videos. I just don't. That's not my thing, bro. Like, it's not. Like, I could bring girls to my channel, just not like that. That's not my thing. Now, like, I don't know if it's gonna change in the future, but right now, like, I'm not really into it, bro. I'm more like, I want to show you like my lifestyle. What are the things that you're able to do? And I feel like that in the YouTube environment, like on the YouTube world, like, it should be all type of content. Like, if you want to get the kind of information that I have, you come to my channel. If you want to get the kind of information that Barber World has, you go to his channel. If you want, like, you have a lot of things to see. Like, if I'm doing the same thing he's doing, then what's the fun in that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I have my own style, and for now, I want to keep it like that. I am gonna show a little bit more girls, but it's never. I don't think it's gonna be in that type of way. Not that I'm saying it's bad or anything. That's his style. I don't want to copy his style. And I really respect what he's doing, and I think he's doing amazing work with the traveling, and he's grown a lot. Like, I started seeing Barber Word, like, when he had like 10,000 followers. Now he has like over 70,000 followers. So he's doing an amazing job, and more power to him. And I hope him long life and all the good things and blessings and all of that. But I think he's doing his thing, and I want to make sure that I do my own thing. And I found my niche. At this point, I feel like I haven't found my niche yet. I have people that started doing YouTube around the same time that I did, and they have a massive following, like, audience and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing this thing, and they're still not doing the same. Like, I feel like everyone is doing different things and bringing different aspect of traveling to the space, and that's a beautiful thing. Jimmy G was good. Why haven't you found your niche? They show girls you don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't show a lot of girls. Like, I show a little bit here and there, but I don't. That's not my thing. My thing, what I notice, Jimmy, is that what people like about my channel is like the nightlife. Like, all my nightlife videos, they always get hot. Like, people like those. So I try to do a nightlife video every time I go to a new country. I'm just editing one right now for Panama that I did last weekend. I went now, had an amazing time in Panama, and I don't go out in Panama a lot because I live there, bro, and I'm always traveling. Like, again, like, look, I was in Panama last week. Now I'm here in Costa Rica. Next week I'm in Guatemala and DR. The week after I'm in Meri. So when I'm in Panama, like, I would like to chill. I want to get my work done. I want to edit. I got things to get back to. I got bills to pay when I get there too. So I don't want to be like going out hard when I'm there. Like I want to, take a reset and chill and do my thing. Like call family, call my friends. It's like going back. It's like taking it down a notch when I'm in Panama, and then when I'm out there, I wall out. But I think nightlife videos is what they like. So I try to always bring those nightlife videos, and I think I gotta find a couple of more things, as well to bring to the game. Again, Jimmy, I just started doing lives too. Like I never did a lot of lives. Like you never. If I have like 4 lives on my channel, I I have like 4 lives and 400 plus videos. So that would tell you. Like I started doing more lives. I did one like 2 days ago. I'm doing one now. I probably do one in 2 more days once I get more information about Costa Rica and what's going on here in San Jose right now. Because every time I come to Costa Rica, something new pops up. So let me see what's popping up to this time around. Mark Dog TV, my boy, was good. My boy says you're doing good, bro. Don't let these people change anything. Your center is, yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Look at, yeah. I'm more like about educating and bringing, information that's gonna be valuable to you. And I think some people appreciate it, some people don't. I mean, it is what it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of different type of content in the YouTube space. So good looking out, my dog. That's my boy right there. MLB says, "What's Panama expensive?" Panama again is subjective. I think it's more around the lines of Miami. If you've been to Miami, Panama is around those lines. They call Panama the Miami of Central America because you see the coastline, you see the buildings and stuff by the water, and it's super cool. And also the lifestyle and the cost of living in Panama is very similar to Miami. There's a couple of things that are more economical or more like cheaper, if you want to say, in Panama. Like the rent is cheaper, like transportation is cheaper, like Uber, taxis, and stuff like that. Food is about the same. In some supermarkets, it's actually even pricier than Miami. Nightlife is in between. It could be expensive depending on who you are. If you're like the type of guy that want to pop bottles, it could be about the same thing. If you just regular having drinks by the bar, it's cheaper. So I mean, it is. It depends on you on how you live your life. Damian Wilson says, "How easy has it been to travel in and out of Panama, seeing as that as your home base? Did you find any airline price here out of Panama are cheaper?" This is the thing with Panama. Copa Airlines is based out of Panama. It's based out of Panama. It's like a Panamanian airline. And most countries have their own airlines. Like in Colombia, they have Avianca. In DR, they have another one that I can't remember right now. US have like 20 different airlines. But everywhere you go, they have their own airlines that actually operates from there, right? Copa Airlines has like most of the flights when you buy them out of Panama, you're gonna have to buy them either Copa or Bianca. Like all the other airlines that you got in the US, it's hard for you to get a ticket traveling from Panama. And that gets a little pricier sometimes. I will tell you that when I was living in Florida, in Miami, it was cheaper for me to go to any country in Central America than what it is for me traveling from Panama to Central America. Even traveling within Panama, like going from Panama City to Bocas del Toro, is more expensive than going from Panama City to Colombia. And you could ask any Panamanian that because they always talk about that. They always say how much they hate that. And that's what I have seen in the short time me living in Panama. I mean, and then if someone else has a different experience, I don't know, but that has been my experience. Damian Wilson says, Atira Bingen, that's a shady question. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to set up dudes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He say, Tara says he can talk in codes. Yeah, you funny, bro. He say he can talk in codes. Yeah, yeah, funny as hell. Oh man, that shit was funny. He said you could talk in codes. So yeah, bro. So my dog, like I was saying, Maddie's gonna be good, man. Maddie's gonna be fire. I'm gonna make sure that I get all the information for you when I come back, man. I'm gonna hit you up with all the info, like all the gems and stuff like that. My boy's already working on that. This time I'm going with a couple with my nephew and his friend, and it's gonna be their first time. So I need to show them a good time in Medi. So I'm excited about that. And I don't know if I like it. Like in the future, I might do that more often. Like take people on tours and stuff like that. I mean, I'm very well versed in Central and South America. My dog says, "Nice, that's gonna be fun." Yes, you know I'm excited. Yeah, bro, I'm excited about that one. I think you're gonna love it out there, bro. You that might be your favorite one. Damien says, "So what's the deal with Panamanians? It feels like everyone always says they always interact with people from other line countries, but never really see the locals out in Panama." I don't know. When I talk to my Panamanian friends, they just say that, like, for example, like, and I'm just gonna use nightlife as an example. They say that nightlife is not as fun as it used to because the police has like those stops everywhere. So the drinking and driving thing have been getting a lot of tougher with that. So they say that it's not fun anymore to like go out and drive, and if you go out you need to take an Uber. I mean, they just saying this is a lot of complaints and things here and there. I don't really know. Again, I went out last weekend and I had a really good time. I was just walking by one of the clubs because I went to this new spot in Panama, and it has like many different bars and clubs in one street. It's fairly new. It's only been open a few months, and I was standing in front of the club, and some dude was like, "Yo, what's up?" And I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" And he's like, "Yo, this is my event. You want to come in?" I'm like, "Shit, I'll go in." And I went in for free. He brought me to his table. The dude had like 10 bottles on his table. He had a whole bunch of people. He knew like all the DJs. He was like a big map, like a big promoter. He just saw me there and he asked me to come in. I went in, and I didn't stay there all night because I'm always skeptical about things like that because I don't know them. And that happens to me a lot. Like everywhere we go, like not all the times, but it happens a lot. It happened multiple times. And I'm always like I'm always watching. I don't know, me being raised in New York, like I'm always have my I always looking like, yo, what's up, man? You trying to trick me? What's up, man? Like, don't put no shit in my drink. No, like what the hell, or what the hell is gonna happen? Like, and it's not that I didn't trust him like that. It's that I was raised like that, bro. Like I'm always watching my back everywhere I go. It's so bad that whenever I sit in a restaurant, I'm sitting like I don't sit my back to the get to the door. My face always got to look at the door. I always got to know where I'm going in, where I'm going out. Like I always got to have my peripherals. Like I'm. It's just like a New Yorker thing. I think that's just me. Even when I go to DR, like I was fucking born in DR, and when I'm in DR, by my house in DR, I'm like, and it's not paranoia. It's just the way I was raised in New York. Like shit, I don't know. Huston Williams says, "What's your favorite thing about Colombia? Medellin, to be exact." With Medellin, That's a good question. I can't even answer it. I think me and Mary have a different relationship, bro. It's just the feeling of being in Medellin, like the lifestyle. I think Medellin has some of the best nightlife in the world, to be honest, and it's getting better and better as the time progresses. I think the restaurant vibes is amazing. Like you go on TikTok or you go on IG and you just look for restaurants in Medellin, and you're gonna find any restaurant that you like, even though Colombian, like the food with the fucking pork and all that shit, that's not my thing. But when you go like to top notch restaurants, you always gonna get good food in those restaurants, and it's not gonna be super expensive. But there is so many things to do in Meri for me. And then again, like everyone is different and everyone is looking for different things when they travel. But for me, the way I move around, the people, it's just like again, me and Mary have a definitely different relationship, and I get along really well with Medellin, bro. And it's not even the women, and the women is another thing. Like every 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 2 minutes you see a body everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, you walk and you see a body, right, left, body, right. Like everywhere you go to the supermarket, you're gonna see a body. You go to a freaking mall, there's gonna be bodies there. You go to the club, forget about it. You're gonna everywhere. You're walking down the block, and then even though the gentrification is crazy, they still approachable and easy to talk to. So I think that's a good look. And it's not like I want to be there all the time, but that Medellin is a place that I would live for at least a year. Like if you make me choose between Medellin and Panama, like I would definitely live in Medellin before Panama. The thing with Panama is that Panama is more accessible for Americans and make it easier for you the transition to move to Panama than the transition to move to Colombia. If you know, if that makes sense. Like when it comes to the taxes, when it comes to the relocation pack, Panamanians, they give you like 6 months for you to live there. The banks are easier for you to open bank accounts. Like you don't even need anything. You just bring your passport. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easier. They make it very easy to live in Panama. And once you're in Panama, like it's so close to everywhere else. Um, then that's what it is. But for everything else, I will definitely choose Medellin. Mike Doug TV says, yes, I'm so excited. I hear Medi is not as dangerous as what the media portrays it. Just dangerous for those who get overloosed. 100%. Also, every country that you go, that you visit to, bro, is always going to be dangerous. Like, it's going to be areas where you don't want to go at night. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be in every country in the world that you visit. There's always going to be areas that you shouldn't be sneaking your nose at night, bro. Like, what you doing in that area at night? The people that live there don't even go out at night. They home at 6 p.m. They're locking their doors. So, Mary, if you don't go to those areas, you're gonna be good. And if you're not too flashy, like you doing your thing, and ain't nobody gonna be doing them craziness. Like I've been to Mary so many times. God forbid anything happens now, but I mean, I'm not thinking about that again. I'm always washing my back. I'm always walking around with people from Mary. Rachel said, "Do you have an Airbnb or hotel?" No, yeah, I do. But I didn't book it this time. Like I was saying before, I'm going with my nephew and his friend, and he booked it. He found a really good deal. Like we were both looking at the same time. And he found something better than the one that I was looking at, and we chose his, so he booked it. I haven't even seen it to be honest. But I mean, I trust that he's gonna pick something, and we're picking like a big spot because it's three of us, so we're getting like different rooms. We're getting the ones that we're getting. He says it has a jacuzzi and a whole bunch of shit. So we're good, and it's his first time, so he wants to push a little bit. So I'm like, whatever, it's fine. And it's gonna be split in three, so it's not too bad. Damian Wilson says, bro, Mary is as dangerous as they say. Don't be fooled. There's been plenty of tourists targeted while doing normal stuff, such as grocery shopping, etc. And it's happening in the nice areas too. I mean, if that's what you experience, that's you. Like I haven't experienced that, so I can talk about it. I could only speak about what I lived and my experiences. And in my case, and in my experience, none of that has happened. I haven't even seen it. I haven't even seen people arguing in Meri. So, and I've been there, like I said before. The first time I went to Medellin, I was there for 3 months. The second time I was there for like 6 months. And since I moved to Panama, I go all the time. Like I go spend a weekend, I go spend a week, and I haven't seen any of that. So lucky me, and hope God continue to bless me and protect me because none of that has happened to me. So I mean, I don't know what to say, my friend. Rachi said Medi has good areas too. That's what I'm saying. In everywhere in the world, countries are gonna be like that. Panama City is safe, but they have danger areas too. Shit, New York is New York, and it's dangerous fuck right now, bro. Just like last week, some Dominican artists, they took all his shit. They took everything, and that's a famous artist, bro. And it was like 10 of them, and they still took all his shit during the day. And that's New York City. What you think is gonna happen to you, Mary, if you're walking in the wrong neighborhood? MLB says, have you tried Cali? No, bro. I'm doing Cali soon, soon, soon. I was supposed to do Cali now in a couple of weeks, but like I was saying, my nephew's coming, and he's never been to Colombia. He wants to start Medi. He heard so many stories, and some of his friends has visit, and he wants to start with Medi. So I was like, you know what, I'll come with you. But and I want to make sure that he's safe, so I'm gonna go with him. But I'm doing Cali soon because again, like I said, like from Panama City, like I could just go any weekend. Mike Dog TV say I live near Memphis, 10. Yeah, I'm good. I hear that. I hear that, bro. If you know how to, I mean, and also to be honest, I don't know. I think some people also attract like that type of shit too. Like I don't know. So I don't know. Again, you just gotta be. I mean, because if you think like that, you're never gonna go anywhere, bro. Because, like I was saying before, everywhere is gonna be bad places. Like, shit, Costa Rica got some places that they tell me not to go to, and you never hear in the news shit about Costa Rica. What I was gonna say, Ecuador, man, is crazy. My boy QB, they got him in Costa Rica. Not in Costa Rica, in Ecuador. And you don't even hear a lot of shit about Ecuador. And everything that all I have to say is nothing but good things about Ecuador. But then my boy, they got him. You know what I'm saying? In one of my videos, I was saying the other day that Peru was one of the safest countries in Latin America, period. And I have like 5 dudes coming to me like, yo, what you talking about? Peru this, Peru that, is not safe, whatever, whatever. But to me it was, dude, I was walking down the street 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, all type of times, and nothing happened to me. Matter of fact, I got there like at 12 midnight, and the first thing I did was walk out of my Airbnb, ask the front desk guy like where to get food, and I walked like 20 blocks to that area. My first night, never been to Peru, ever. Never didn't know anybody yet. I knew a guy that was there. We were supposed to meet, but I didn't see him. I didn't know anybody. And I was saying how safe it is, and I had like a whole bunch of people telling me that it's not safe. I think it's safe. To me, it's safe because in my experiences, it's being safe. Cuba, They're saying Cuba is crazy. And to me, I'm walking around Cuba all types of hours of the night, bro. All types of hours of the night. And if you've been to any of you guys been to Cuba, Cuba at night is dark. Cuba is dark as hell. And I was everywhere, like just chilling, and nothing happened. So again, I just hope God keeps blessing me and nothing ever happens to me. But that's not gonna stop me, bro. I'm just gonna go and play my safety, do everything that I need to do to stay safe. But I'm not gonna stop traveling. Then it says, Medellin is on another level, though. True, you can get robbed anywhere, but it's different when folks are dying after encounters with local women who drug, rob, and clean out. Yeah, but then again, now you're going to a different direction. Like, then don't deal with them women. You know what I'm saying? Deal with, because most of the stuff that had happened, from what I hear, is from the dating apps, and then meeting girls in the streets. If you're meeting girls in the street, anything could happen. If you want to do P for P, go to a location, because when you're in a location, you is you have better odds. You know what I'm saying? Because you're there, you could just lay right there in a room, and you got security guards, bouncers there. Nothing should happen to you. You do your thing, you leave. But the thing is that you want to meet somebody on an app, you want to get somebody from Parquilleras, you want to take them to your house, and you want to stay with them like 3 days and shit, like she's your wife. As a matter of fact, I don't even sleep with women that I don't know like that. Like, I'm sleeping with you, and I'm gonna lay down and deep sleep and want you there in my house. Like, if I don't know you, bro, like the first night, that's not happening. And if I do that, I have to be introduced by somebody I know. Like I said, some of these countries that I visit, sometimes I know people there. So like my friends in Medi, if he has a friend that he wants to introduce, I will sleep with her the first night. I would take her home the first night and beat it. I didn't even fall asleep and everything, because I know if anything happens, he has my back. Like, we've been friends for a long period of time, for a long, long time. And he's the one that's gonna be always looking out for me. But if you meet a shorty at Parquilleras and you take him to your apartment, man, that's a bad move. Billy says most of those druggings, they don't have a doorman. Exactly. Tip the guard. They don't tip the guards and tell him she can't leave without you having them check her ID. Bro, one of the places that I stay in Medellin, they say it's guest friendly, right? And I'm like, I bet. When I got there, they had a front desk. And it didn't necessarily have a man there all the time, but they had women, they had all kind of people working there. For a person to come into my room, they will have to leave their ID in the front desk. And whenever they left, they will call me, hey, this person is leaving it, everything is okay? And I'll be like, hell yeah, let them go. Or I say no. If I didn't respond the phone, no one could leave the building, bro. Then that's what you need to do, is stay at a place like that if you want to do P4P. Again, like I said, I don't really do P4P like that, so I don't really care much about that situation. I just, in my channel, I advise that you play it safe and do you take the precautions that you need to take so that this doesn't happen to you. Damon says, I just personally rather not need to worry about dying from being drugged. Dude, I hear you too, because I have some friends of mine that said, dude, if I'm going to have to go to a country and I'm going to have to be concerned and worried that something like that is going to happen to me, I'd rather not go. And if I go, I will go just to say that I've been to the country to experience it and not deal with none of that stuff and then never go back again. I have friends that have said that in the past. Like, actually, my brother says that all the time. He been there a couple of times, but he goes with females. Like, he would go with a girl. He would meet somebody somewhere else, and he would take it there on vacation. But he says that he doesn't want to deal with that situation, and I respect that. But again, like, if you play your safety cards, the odds are lower. If you don't play your safety cards, your odds go higher. So all depends on that. My dog says facts, Billy. My Doug TV says, ella no puede irse sin mí. Ha ha ha. Oh, your Spanish is getting good, my brother. Yeah, that's what's up. And by the way, if you don't speak Spanish, what he's saying is that she won't be able to live without him. Damien says, and when I say petty theft, I'm talking about hotel staff or cleaning ladies stealing things. Damn, bro, like what the hell? Like you got all the bad news. Like what happened to you, my brother? Like I'm a little concerned about that now. Um, but again, Damien, like it happens everywhere, my brother. Like Panama City is pretty safe, and 2 weeks after I got there, I got my phone stolen by two old ladies. I was coming out of one of the clubs and I was walking in between the cars, and one of them stopped in the front and one was in the back. So when I was walking in between the cars, they sandwiched me basically, and one of them grabbed my phone. I felt it. I grabbed my back, my pack, and I said, "Hey, you gave me my phone." And I got into struggle with them and stuff like that. But I was too new into the country, so I didn't know. So I was feeling like, dude, I don't want to punch, push, or hit this woman, and I don't want to, because that in the U.S. is the fucking situation. If the cops stop you, you know what I mean? So I was like, and one of the ladies was like, "You could search me." I'm like, "I'm not gonna touch you. Just give me my phone." So we got into a big argument. It was two of them. One of them ran, and I was like, "Okay, I'm not running behind you. Like I got one." So I got into a big argument. I walked to a police car. I couldn't find a police car. To the end, one of them, they both left. By the time I found the cops, this is what the cops told me. They was like, "Yo, they do that all the time. You should have freaking punched him in the head." I'm like, "What? I should have done what?" Punch him in the head. He's like, "Yo, you should have freaking got them." Like, what we, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, like, where I'm coming from, you're not allowed to do stuff like that. Like, I am not about to punch a woman and then get into a bigger situation for a phone. You know what I'm saying? But if that happens to me now, it's definitely gonna be a different story, bro. They're going on the floor. Um, Tara, what's up? Tara says, "What's the new countries are next, Ray? Somalia and where else?" Well, I'm doing, well, these are not new countries. These are the countries that I visit a lot for work. I'm going next week to Guatemala for like 2 nights. Then I'm from Guatemala, I'm going to DR for 2 nights. I might stay the weekend in DR, maybe, depending on how I'm feeling it. And then after that, I'm doing Meri. Then I'm going to Europe for like a month, and this is the one that I'm super excited about because I'm gonna do 5 countries in Europe. And then after Europe, I'm going to El Salvador for like 3 weeks. Then I come back here to Costa Rica for like 3 more weeks. And I'm thinking if everything goes well with the paperwork, I might do Venezuela by the end of the year. And that's another one that I'm super excited about. And in between those little trips, I always do other trips, like to countries that are close. Like I might have to go to Miami to see family. In between that, I'm probably go to Miami too for Thanksgivings as well. I always do those little getaways to see the family. And Damien says that in a plan to stay safe. Oh yeah, I already seen that one. Yeah, man. No, but I mean, traveling is fun, bro. I think you need to you need to pick and choose like where you want to go and where you're gonna feel safe there. But I'm with you, Damon. If you don't feel safe in Meri, don't go. But there's other cities in Colombia that are still not super hectic with like tourism, and also are safer than Meri from what I hear. From what I hear, I haven't been, so I really can't say much about it. But I hear that Cali is pretty good. So I mean, I'm looking forward to going to Cali, Colombia as well. From what I hear. Yo, what up, Tom? Tom says, yo, what's good, brother? MacDuck TV says Shoko. Yeah, I keep hearing about Shoko. I definitely want to go see some of them Afro mommies in Shoko, bro. Like, whoo, I met some of them girls over there, Mary, bro, looking fine like a motherfucker. Woo. I got some friends in Medi from Choco that are so hot. I'm meeting one of them now on my next trip. The problem with them is that some of my friends, again, because it's a lot expensive for them to go to some of those clubs, they wait for me to be there to go to those clubs. And I'm like, bro, shoot. And then it's too many of us. It's like my boy comes with his girl and his girl's friend. So normally it's like three, four of them. And then my friend comes with her friends. So like another five. So when you break that into bottles, bro, like you end up spending too freaking much. And it's like you have to pay money in the club. Then after that, you go to dinner or you go to eat in the streets. I mean, it's a good time. I just don't want to do it all the time. Tom Slick says, yeah, Cali's cool. I enjoyed it. Oh, yeah, tell us about Cali, bro. How the women looking over there? How the nightlife is looking? Um, how the people treat you? Like, how the Afro Mamis is looking over there, bro. Like, I'm excited to go to Cali. I can't wait to go there, bro. Tom Slick says, I want to go to Buenaventura. Yes. Yes, I hear good things about Buenaventura as well. Yeah, Colombia is a good country, bro. Huston says, any clubs you recommend in Meri? Yeah, the thing is that the clubs that I know right now, my friends is telling me that they are getting a little bit pricier. And then let me make it clear. When I say pricier for them, not too much from us coming from America, because what they consider pricey for us is not as much. So when they pay like 50,000 pesos to go in a club, for them that's too much. For us, that's like $10, $15. So it's really not a lot because if you live in one of the big metropolitan areas like New York, Miami, Chicago, Houston, what you call LA, shoot, you pay like $40 to get in the club. And to buy a bottle, you spend like two, $300, $400. But over there, like you with $200, you have the best night ever. And for them, that's way too much money. And so the clubs that I know is like there's one called Tutaina, but Tutaina is good on the weekend, like Saturday and Sunday. That's in El Poblado. They tell me Maluma, the artist, has a brand new club that gets really good. I think it's called 903. There's also Dulcinea. Dulcinea is in La Setenta, in Laureles. And then they have another joint called Juliet in Laureles in La Setenta that is supposed to be popping on Fridays. I'm gonna get more clubs that are not super hectic with tourists when I go now, because my friend is telling me that we need to hit the new spots. So he's gonna take me to new places where the locals are going now. And then when I come back, I'll let you guys know. I'll probably do a live from there and let you guys know what are the new places. Tom Slick says, I never got to spend that much time in Cali, but there are some nice strips for full of bars. I like Avenida de, if I forget the name, but don't, I've done lots of bodies. That's all we need to know. Lot to do on bodies. That's a good look. Houston says, crime is everywhere. LOL. If you scared of crime, stay in the house. Crime just as bad in the United States. They have open shooters and all type of stuff going on. People don't stop going to school. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying all night, bro. Like everywhere you go, there's gonna be bad areas. There's gonna be crime. If you're scared of the crime, don't go. Like, I mean, or don't go to the place that you don't. It's not about being scared either. Like, I don't want to disrespect. I'm not saying that you're scared. I think it's like if you don't feel safe, like not feeling safe and being scared is different things. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel safe in an area, don't go. Like again, my brother doesn't like it. So whenever I'm talking about Mary, he's like, Mary's not my spot. Like he doesn't like Mary like that. He'd rather go to other countries. So and And when he wants to, like, he just calls me out, dude, let's go to this country. Like, for example, my brother loves Nicaragua. And for many, many people, Nicaragua is dangerous as hell. But he loves it out there. He feels safe. You know what I'm saying? Damon says, I prefer the lion beef, food and women in South and Central America, but I feel like safety is the biggest concern in the region. It is. It is. But again, like if you know how to maneuver and get around the situations, like you should be able to be good. And to be honest, 100, if something's gonna happen to you, it's gonna happen to you anywhere you go. You could be in church and it's gonna happen, bro. Like you can't run away from that. Like that, the one thing you can't run away is from life and from death. Like you can run away from death. It's happening regardless. It's just we don't know when, but it's happening. So if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Mike Duck says facts. I'm not scared, but I'm also on guard. That's so me and Ray will have received some Medi. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm always on guard. And like I was saying before, I don't know if it's a New York thing, but I'm always watching my back. And that doesn't mean that not that something bad might not that is not gonna happen to me. It might happen. Again, like I said, I was in Panama 2 weeks after I got there. They stole my phone. Two old ladies, bro. And I'm so freaking crazy about my shit that I walk around holding my packets when I'm in crowded areas because I know it might happen. When I went to Brazil, because let's bring Brazil into the picture. Let's bring Brazil into the picture. Dude, everyone that I know loves Brazil. But Brazil is freaking dangerous as hell. And it's so dangerous that they tell you themselves, dude, when you go to this place, put your phone inside your crash. And I'm like, dude, if you have to be that concerned, then don't go. But we still go because we love Rio. You know what I mean? And Rio is not any better than Medellin. Rio is as bad as Medellin when it comes to safety, if not worse. And again, I was walking in the streets of Rio all hours of the night. Mike Duck TV said, facts. I'm still going to Rio. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm still going back to Rio. I can't wait to go back to Rio. Shit, I didn't even put it on my list for this year. I actually, Mike Duck TV, I want to do Rio for New Year's, bro. I want to be all white at the beach with a whole bunch of mommies, bro. I want to do Rio for sure. End of the year, I want to do Rio, bro. That's on my list. Shit, I don't care how dangerous it is. It is what it is, bro. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And if it's happening while I'm having fun, even better. Shit, I just don't want it to happen to me in my house sleeping in the bed. That's corny. Ratchet says, Ray, how long do you usually be live? This live fun, man. Again, like I was saying, I don't do many lives, bro. This is like my fifth or sixth live that I've done. I don't do them much. I wanna get to do more. Like I always try to do like an hour. Today I'm having a blast, so I'm staying longer. But normally I try to do like an hour or half an hour, and I want to do them more often. Bug Travel, do you plan on visiting Africa? Yes. Me and my boy Lord Williamson, we was talking. I met him in Panama. He was in Panama for a couple of weeks, and we met and we was talking about because I think he's going back in October or November or something like that, and he's going to Ethiopia, and I really want to go to Ethiopia. So, um, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go because I do have a lot on my plate, and I'm also doing like a lot of stuff because I'm doing like other stuff that I for work besides traveling. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go this year, but I want to go as soon as possible. and Cape Town and Ethiopia are the two that I have right now on the scope. Like I really want to go there, like really, really bad, and I want to go soon because I don't want it to get crazy. Because everyone is talking about those same two countries a lot. It's just like Lima. Lima is getting a little hectic now. Like everyone is just talking about it. Rashid TV says you're going to Sosua. You know, Rashid, I'm Dominican, bro, and I have so many stories about places like Sosua. Like Sosua, I would never go to Sosua. I mean, I would go pass by. I wouldn't go to like to experience Sosua, to spend time in Sosua, because since I was a young kid, like living in DR, I remember my boys had girlfriends that would go to places like Sosua, Puerto Plata, or Bávaro, hustle money, like do their thing there, like do P4P and all kind of shit, and then come back like during the week or come back like after a month or a week and spend the money with their boyfriends, like in my town. Like I can tell you, I have friends that have girls that lived in other like in other countries and they just live there. Like they have cars, they have houses, they have all kind of shit that these women provide for them. And they like nowadays pimps, bro. And I've been seeing this since I was a little kid. Like I've been seeing this kind of pimping, bro. And to me, going to Sosua, I will feel like a sucker. Like and again, I'm not saying this to anyone in the chat or to anyone that sees this life afterwards, but that's my experience. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure people have a blast and they have an amazing time in Sosua. But to me, that's how I see it because I grew up seeing that. I grew up seeing the pimps of these women that you meet in Sosua living large in those small towns in DR while their women were working for them and sending them money or coming or getting like a perfume for you, like, yo, give me your perfume, I love your perfume, and they would bring that perfume to their pimp. And I'm calling them pimp. We didn't call them pimp. They were just the guys in the hood, the people that I grew up with. And that was when I was growing up. And now recently I have boys driving like cars and houses from their girlfriends that live like in Italy, France, Germany. And how do they get to live in those countries? Because they met a dude in those hotels that fall in love with them and took them to their countries. They live there and they work and get money from that man and send it back to their boyfriends. And because I've seen so much of that, I'm a little skeptical about things like that. And Sosua is definitely not my cup of tea. And again, once I go, because I want to do a whole year in DR and I want to do the whole country. And when I do that, I'm still going to do Sosua for you guys. And I'm going to show you Sosua from my perspective and from the way I see it. So you guys get a different perspective because I think most people see it differently because they go as tourists. I go as another Dominican living there. And it's totally different because for me, as a Dominican going to DR, I spend more money than a regular tourist. And it's a complex thing, but it is the truth. Like Dominicans, when they travel back to their country, they have to spend money because mainly they have to show that they left the family behind for a better living. So when you come back, you need to show, that you did better. So when you go back, you need to either, if you don't have a car, you need to rent one. If you go out with your friends, you're the one paying. You need to bring like stuff to your friends, like gifts here, gifts there, and you always the one paying everywhere you go. You are the one paying, and you expect it to pay, and you know that you're going to pay. So whenever they go, whenever I go, I know that I need to be prepared to, to that kind of lifestyle. Mike.tv says, I want to go to Thailand too. Yes, I haven't done Thailand, but I don't want to do Thailand now because I think it's getting a little overrated. And I don't know. I feel like everybody's going to Thailand to do content. Like when you go on YouTube, there's like 20 dudes doing content in Thailand at the same time. And it's all the same content. I'm like, man, shit, I don't think I want to go be another one doing the same thing. Like I want to wait a little bit. And actually, when I go to South Asia, I'm gonna go to Thailand just to put it on the bucket, just to add another country to the list. But I want to do Vietnam for sure. I want to do like Philippines for sure. I want to do those other countries where a lot of us go, but it's not so many people doing content. Tom Slick says, nah, that's big facts, Ray. I'm from the States and I feel the same way. No way I can go out like a willing trick, especially when it's so easy to get laid without that down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Tom Slick says, Ray, how does your brother feel about the Nicaraguan women fine and conservative, cute and down for fun? Or what was the he tell you about it? Well, actually, I've been to Nicaragua more times than he has because the times that we went to play baseball. We were playing baseball and softball. They have a good like a baseball league there, and normally they pay good money for people to go play baseball. And if you play before, you could get. And my brother used to play before in DR and in the States for like college and stuff like that. So he had a nice contract. So, but I went more after him. The thing with Nicaragua is that you will meet a lot of Nicaraguan hot chicks in Managua, in the capital. When you start going to the other cities, not so much. In my experience, when I went to Nicaragua, I met a lot of people from Europe in the other cities, like in León, in San Juan del Sur. San Juan del Sur has like the some of the best nightlife ever. They have this thing called Sunday Fun Day. Every Sunday they have like a bar crawl that has like five different hostels, bro. When I tell you that it gets crazy, it gets crazy. Like that same day, I took down two, bro. Like I was this, and and it's super cheap. Drinks is like $2. The beer is like $1. It's just because it's hostels, and you know hostels is always gonna have like a good deal. And the only thing is that 90% of the females in those bars and clubs, they were from Europe. But I don't really care. Shit, I don't care where they're from. If they look good, shit, I don't care. I took down two. Like I got one, and I could have done more, bro. I could have done even more. But at the beginning, I was a little like, just filming and just, doing the content, trying to do some good content. And when I started like really going for it, I met one. And then when I went back to the hostel, because I only went for a night. I went for 2 nights. When I went back to the hostel, I saw a chick like in the around the pool area. I started talking, took it to the room too. I was like, oh man, I definitely like this thing. I don't even know how I haven't been back with such a good experience. Yeah, Nicaragua is good and it's super cheap, bro. It's the cheapest country in Central America. And easy to get to from the States. I don't know how is it going now with the flights, because at one point they reduced the flights from the US to Nicaragua because of all the issues that they have. And it keeps fluctuating. Like sometimes they have a lot of flights, sometimes they don't. Like you just need to keep your eye open if you're interested in going, and then get back to me. I could help you with that. But it's super. It's a really nice country and easy to move around. Like I was moving around in Nicaragua in public transportation like nothing. Like I went to 4 different cities. I went to Managua. Then from now, I took a bus to another city. I never remember that city, but that's one of the most beautiful cities I've been in my life, which it was like 30 minutes. I took a bus there for like 30 cents. Then I took a bus like for another 4 hours to another city for like $1 or something like that. And then from there, I took like a shuttle, which I spent like $10 because I didn't want to do like the transferring and all of that. So I took like a straight shuttle to another city. And it was across the country, and that's San Juan del Sur. I went from Leon to San Juan del Sur. With San Juan del Sur is like the beach area. Like all you're gonna find there is like beach area, you know, like hippie vibes. Like it's a really cool town. MacDuck TV says y'all hit that like button for sure, man. Yeah, man, hit that like button. Um, Tom Slick says, yeah, the price is what caught my attention, and a lot of cool stuff to do. From what I've seen, I guess I'm just more curious about the local women than the tourists, but tourists are cool too. Yeah, the first time I went, Tom Slick, the first time I went, I had more experience with locals, and that was because I stayed mainly in Managua, in the capital, and I went with a lot of people because we went to play baseball. So it was like 50 of us, and we used to go as a group, and whenever we went to the clubs, like one of my friends lived there, was living there playing baseball for like a year. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to lie. I don't know how long, but I know he was there for a season, for the baseball season. He was there, so he was there a pretty long time. So he took us to all the like good places, and every time we went out, I took somebody home. Only one time I took two girls home, and they wanted us to pay them, but I didn't know. And I used to drink back then. I don't drink now, but I used to drink, and I was bust. I was fucking on the floor. So I took the first two. I was like, yo, let's go. And once we got there, like, yo, we charged whatever. And I remember I gave them like $20 or something like that and sent them home. And the next day, this is a funny story. The next day, because my brother had a chick that his cousin got him. My cousin got him a chick because he was messing with a chick, and she brought a friend. She brought two friends. She brought one for me too. But the one she brought for me left early. So I was like, fuck out. And I got a different one. So my brother left. They went to like a different house. They stay overnight in that other house. And I went back to the hotel with my boy, and we took two, like one each. And the next day when they left, my brother comes in the room like, dude, who was messing with the skinny one? And I was like, which one is the skinny one? There was two girls that left the hotel, and I'm like, I think they came from my room. Like, I don't know why. They was like, yo, they were busted. Like, if you did that, I hope you wore a condom. And I was like, shit, I think I was so messed up that I didn't even know, bro. But long story short, I protected myself, and I didn't see them again because I used to get girls every night. I took a different girl to the room every night. And it was so crazy that I met girls they were like in group of men's, and I would go there and be like, yo, what's up? Like, I like you, what's up? And I would just take them home. It was that kind of crazy in Managua, Nicaragua. Like, I don't know how it is now because that was like 3-4 years ago. And when I went back last year or the year before, again, like I was traveling through the city. I didn't stay in Managua the whole time. I traveled through the city. And that time I was chilling with Europeans. Like I had one in every city. I had a different chick in every city, but they were all Europeans. Like I had one girl from Germany, one from London, one from two, and two from Amsterdam. So they were out there like that. Tom Slick says, "Oh damn!" So the girls was with it yeah, man. They was with it for the. They were not playing, bro. They were not playing, bro. But I recommend Managua. Like, if you want to meet locals, you should go to Managua, Nicaragua, and get the spots. And I assure you that you're gonna have fun and you're gonna meet some bodies. But then again, also you need to adapt to the situation of the country. I would say that, like, because the thing, like, Colombia has some of the most beautiful women that you see like down the street. So don't expect to see that caliber of women everywhere you go. Every woman in every country is gonna have a different caliber. So a 10 in Nicaragua might be a 7 in Colombia. You know what I'm saying? But it is a 10 in Nicaragua because that's the highest they have. So that's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? To me, a 10 in Lima, Peru is not the same 10 of Brazil. Like, Brazil's 10s is the shit because they have everything. You can expect to go to China to get it and compare a 10 from China versus the 10 from Brazil. Because you know the 10 in China is not gonna have a booty like the Brazilian's booty is gonna look like. You know what I mean? But it is the 10 in China or in Korea. Tom Six says that. Yeah, you make it, but that would sound fun as hell. It is, bro. That's what I need to. Yo, and the thing is that it's super close to the US, but you know the one thing is pricey as hell to go there. And I think it's because of the issues between the two countries. I think it's easier if you go to like another Central America country, like spend a couple of days there, like if you go to Panama, chill there for a little bit, and then go from Panama. Like if you do like that, if you do like a multiple countries kind of tour, like you know what would be good if you go to El Salvador, spend a few days in El Salvador, go to El Tunco, stay in El Salvador City, San Salvador for like a week, and then from there, you don't even take a plane, you take the bus and you just go to Nicaragua. That's how the Europeans do it. They just go all over Central America, but they do it by they do it in the road. They don't take planes. They just take the bus, and it's super cheap. Or if you don't have any money problems and you good, you well off, then take a flight. It's gonna be easier and it's gonna be faster. Tom Six says, "You think I'm better off meeting them at bars and clubs, or can I approach in malls and grocery stores?" In my case, when I was there, I met them all at bars, and the only reason that it happened to me like that, it was because we were playing baseball during the day, and we met females also at the baseball fields, and they used to come watch the games. So I don't know if it was easier because of that, but I met the most women. I met them in clubs, not even bars, in clubs, 100%. And I think it should be easier to approach to do cold approach as well. Like during the day in malls, they have a couple of malls that were pretty nice in Managua. I think if you go, you should do like a short term visit, like do a long weekend, go from like a Thursday to a Monday, just to test it out to see if you kind of scenery. Because it might be like really good for me, but then you might be like, I'm not feeling it. Even if you have the best time, you'll be like, I don't know, you might not feeling it. Because I've been to countries that I'm like super excited about it, and I have like the best time, but it's like I don't want to go back. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like there's some countries that you'll be like, yo, I had the best time, but I don't know if I want to go back ever. Like I'd rather go somewhere else. Like Puerto Rico. Like I have a good time in Puerto Rico, but I'm not excited to go to Puerto Rico. Like Puerto Rico's not exciting to me. But every time I go, I have a blast. But it's just Puerto Rico. It's like a neighbor's country, so it's just not super excited for me to go there. But every time I go, I have the best time. The food is good, the nightlife is good, the people is cool. They speak English everywhere. Females are beautiful. You meet females from all over the world. The beach is walking distance for a war. You can stay wherever you stay. You're always gonna have a beach close to you, but it's not my cup of tea. Like if I have to choose between Puerto Rico and any other country, I will always go to the other country because I feel like Puerto Rico's there. So it might be a case like that. Rashid says, "What do you rate Colombia for your most favorite country for women?" I think Colombia has some of the most beautiful women in the world, hands down. When it comes to Latin America, like all Latin America, I'm not bringing Asia, Africa, or Europe. Just Latin America as a whole, to me, Colombia is like top three. And I would throw in there, I mean, if we count Brazil, I would say top five because I would say Colombia, Brazil, DR, Mexico, and Lima. I think those would be my top five when it comes to hot women, to bodies. And when I say bodies, also easy to talk, easy to get, and easy to take out. And when it comes to easy to take out, Colombia is the worst because Guys, they flake like hell in Colombia. They love to flake. Like in my experience, whenever I go to Medellin, I have to set up like 3 to 4 dates to go out with one because they always flaking. I don't know why they flake so much. It's like part of the culture. It's freaking insane. It's crazy. I hate that shit. But that's something that doesn't happen in Lima. Like they don't flake as much in Lima. Like when you set up a date in Lima, you're gonna see the woman. When you set up a date in Mexico, you're gonna see them. Um, in DR, in between. Like sometimes they flake, some most of the time they don't, but they could flake. And Brazil, I haven't done a lot of dating in Brazil because most of the girls that I met in Brazil, I met them like out there. So we just stay out there. Like I haven't done like a lot of planning, like, hey, let's meet today to do. I just met them out like at the bar or at the club and we just stay together. I haven't done much planned dates. So I don't know if they flake a lot. Jimmy G says, are the Afro in Lima? Are there Afro in Lima? I haven't met them, but my boy Lord had a video out where he shows a few that he went out with a couple of Afro chicks. So they are. I just haven't met them during my time there. And I think Ace Life also had an episode in Peru where he met some Afro chicks or something like that. I might be mistaken. It's either Ace or what's the name of my boy? And shit, I forgot. There's someone else that went to Lima and went to like the area where like he met some Afro chicks as well. So they are there. I just haven't had the experience yet. Jimmy says, are they mainly Asians? Where in Lima? Tom Zick says, yeah, I'm stuck choosing between Nicaragua and Lima, but you're making it very difficult. So, dude, let's put it like this. If you ask me today, where would I go? I would go to Lima, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I will only go to Lima because I feel like there's a lot of us going to Lima right now, and that they are gonna, and then that is gonna get like Brazil and Colombia, where we just out there. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go again before it gets like that, and that's the only reason I will choose Lima. Otherwise, I will choose Nicaragua because the convenience of being close, the convenience of being super cheap, and the convenience of meeting girls and having fun and being a smaller country. But I will definitely go to Peru just because of I just feel like if I don't go soon, it might get crazy like it's like Peru, like Brazil and Lima and Colombia is getting now. That is just so many of us that we just keep bumping into each other. Which is not a bad thing. It's the only thing is that that's when the crazy rumors and all the crazy shit start happening when we start saying how dangerous it is and all of this stuff. Lima versus Colombia, best woman, Colombia. But Lima has some beautiful women too. And the good thing about Lima is that the Venezuelans are there. There's a lot of Venezuelans there, and Venezuelans is on another level. They're looking amazing. So that's another good thing in Lima. And yo, the food in Lima is insane, bro. They're like top notch. They have some of the best cuisine in the world. Mac Dog TV says Lima versus Colombia, best women's. Yeah, I would say Colombia still winning. I think the only country in Latin America that I will compare to Colombia with women will be Brazil. Mike Duck says, damn, I'm gonna do both. But Mike Duck TV, you've been to Guadalajara. You know how Guadalajara is looking with the women. They approachable, they beautiful, and they have it's an abundance of them. Like they everywhere. And I still think Colombia will win when it comes to like the the amount of women that you see everywhere. Because the thing with Colombia is that they everywhere, bro. They just like everywhere. You cannot miss them. They everywhere. Mark Duck TV says, LOL, dang, can't wait. Yeah, bro, you're gonna be like, yeah, yeah, man. It's like that. And Brazil is like that too. They just everywhere. And the good thing about Brazil is the color, that melanated, that brown sugar color. Oh my god, with the curly hair, with the big booty, and how approachable. If they like you, you is instantly making out. Yeah, Brazil is on another level. Tom Slick says, for women, I'm more curious about Nicaragua than Lima, but food, I'm more curious about Peru, culture and nature and natural sites is the freaking time. No, bro. This is the thing. This is why Peru is gonna win when it comes to nature, not like nature and sites. Remember, they got one of the seven wonders of the world. They got Machu Picchu. So just for that, they winning. On top of that, they have a desert, bro. They have like the color, the rainbow mountains. Like the one thing that Nicaragua has over Peru is that they have a lot more volcanoes. But yeah, volcanoes are everywhere in Central America. You're gonna find volcanoes in Guatemala, which are freaking live volcanoes that you see them erupting every day. They erupting every day in Managua. So if it comes to that, Managua probably better. I'm saying Managua. Guatemala is probably better than Managua when it comes to like nature and sights and adventures. But I think, bro, Lima, like not Lima, Peru is hard to beat when it comes to like nature and sights. And if you want to talk about like nature, do not leave Guatemala out. You will love Guatemala, and it's close and it's super cheap. They have the lake Atitlan, and it has like 12 towns around the lake named after the disciples. Like, how crazy is that? And those every small town has a crazy life, like that hippie nightlife that gets crazy. The only thing is that you're gonna meet a lot of Europeans again. But if you want to meet a lot of local women, then you stay in the capital and you're gonna find women. Dude, people sleeping on Guatemala. And I will promise you, if you go to Guatemala a week, just do a weekend in Guatemala. Like, let's say you're going to, and let's do this. If you go to Nicaragua, stop in Guatemala first. If you go to Lima, stop there first, and you will remember me. You're gonna be like, yo, Ray was not, he was not lying. Guatemala is so easy to meet women in Guatemala. It's not even funny, bro. It's so easy, bro. I went to a bar. It wasn't even popping. It was like 90% dudes and like 10 women. And I saw a white dude that was just there. And I guess he saw me and he's like, dude, this black dude is definitely not from here. And he came holla. He was like, yo, what's up? Where you from? Whatever. We talked for a little bit. And he was like, yo, women love you guys out here. And this is a white dude telling me that. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, bro. Like, I'm from the States. I'm never going back. And this is a white dude telling me. And he was this, short, little fat and stuff. And he was telling me how he loved the attention he gets in Guatemala. And that night, again, like I said, it was like about 90% men, like 10% women. And one of the girls that was with him kept checking me out, but I wasn't paying attention because I didn't like her. She wasn't all that. But she saw me outside standing. She came over like, yo, what's your name? I really like you. You look good. I like your style, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, what you doing? Like, I didn't like her like that, but it was like midnight and I was about to go home because the place, I wasn't feeling the place. And it was like a Thursday night. And I was like, dude, I would take her. I would just be or have her, sing a song or something. And like I always have I would just had to give me some brain rather than go home by myself. So I was like, yeah, what's up? You want to go home? You want to come back with me? And she's like, oh, I want to, but I don't know. I just met you, whatever. And because I didn't like her like that, I was like, whatever, it's fine. I'm leaving. So if you're saying, you're saying. So I let her go, like, because if I would have put any effort, I could have brought her home, but I didn't like her like that. If it would have been easy, I was like, yeah, I might let you give me some head. It's rather than nothing, at least that. But Guatemala, and every time I go to Antigua, Guatemala. I mean, you see my videos, bro. Like I have videos about Antigua, Guatemala. They have an amazing nightlife. They have amazing sights. They have amazing adventures. They have like these four wheelers that they take you to the mountains. They take you to this shit called like Hubatenango or something like that. And it's like a small town from like the Lords of the Rings. They built something like that out there with like short people and short like small little houses. Is crazy. And they take you on a trip out there, like they have so much to do. And then when you get back there, they have like 6 7 bars that get packed. So the girls that come from the capital, because it's only like an hour away, they come party on Antigua, Guatemala. And dude, I will guarantee that you will definitely get a girl every night you go out in Guatemala City or in Antigua, Guatemala. Like if you don't get nothing, it's on you. It's because you didn't do what you had to do. Like, you know, I mean, you don't have to do much. You just have to stand there looking good and shit. Tom Six says, now you added a new city to the dilemma. Peru versus Managua versus Guatemala City. Now, you helping me to the point of hurting. No, but I mean, the good thing is that we're alive. We got time, bro. Take your time visiting them. Like, I would say go take short trips. Like, go do long weekends, like I said. Try them out. And then you decide which ones you like better. And I'm not even gonna keep adding because if I add Ecuador, you're gonna hate me instead of you're gonna be like, man, I'm not coming to his lives anymore. If I start talking about Ecuador, you're gonna be like, man, you're crazy. But you know what? You know what you should do, guys? If anything, go on Tinder and pay for like a week and do that international thing that they have and check out how they're reacting to you in those countries before you go if you want to. And you're gonna be like, oh shit, Tinder is crazy right now. Nah, man, but I've been here for like over an hour and 30 minutes. I gotta go take care of some business. I gotta go work out, man. I'm what time is it here right now? It's like 9 p.m. here now. For you guys, it's probably like 11 o'clock already. I'm gonna go work out for a little bit, get some food in the system, and I might get back to you guys. What's today? Tuesday. I'm gonna do another one on Thursday. Thursday night, let's do another live. I'm thinking like 7 p.m. Let's do another live at 7 p.m. and I'll let you guys know how's it going here in Costa Rica, what I've seen, how everything is going, and what is San Jose, Costa Rica is looking like. I'll let you guys know how's that working out. All right, so I'll talk to you guys in the next one. La Calanga. Great life. Thank you, brothers. Thank you, brother, man. I'll see you guys on the next one. It was a good time, man. Brrr.